Hey guys, it seems there are a couple of people who quite enjoy the old farmhouse videos when the unskilled labourer gets in and does some project at the old farmhouse. Those guys occasionally ask us what's going on, are there any projects happening? There's a little one happening in this workshop at the moment, happening slowly, that we're videoing for you that you'll get to see in the future. But what happens is a lot of the projects are just little and boring and lead from one to the other. So we're doing this project in here. Needed some paint. We're trying not to spend any money in there, so just using the old paint left over from other jobs. So we found a container of paint and it had written on it that it was for doors. So before we used it for that project, we thought, well, maybe we should actually put another coat on the doors, because the doors were painted 8 years ago. And they're a funny thing, they're sort of tin, they're metal doors. And they're alright, 8 years ago when we first painted them, they're alright, but they sort of look blotchy and a bit dodgy at the moment, don't they? So I was like, well, rather than use this paint on that workshop project where no one's going to see it, maybe we should give the front door a coat. And we're sort of, is there enough paint here to do it? It was sort of in a bottle. We keep leftover paint in bottles because we find that it lasts better that way. And it was 8 years old. But it did seem there was probably enough there to do the front door. So okay, we'll do that. So not a really interesting job, but we're just sort of trying to show you most of the jobs are like this, just little jobs. With the old place, the old farmhouse, there's always some little job needs to be done or doesn't need to be done, but we end up doing. And then what happens is with one little project starts like that workshop, leads to something like this that was totally not planned at all. And that can lead to other jobs. Quite often when there's a job on, we'll move to another building or another part of the building to get some pieces or get something that we're looking for, and that'll lead to another job. Oh, look at this thing here that's broken. So I gave the door a coat. It's funny material, it's tin, it's horrible to paint. And then there was a bit left over, so is there enough there to do this door as well? There's a toilet in there, some of you might remember, the outside toilet. There's probably enough to do this door too. Okay, we'll do this door as well. This is what happens, and because most of these jobs are just like this, they're small and boring and not real interesting. So when those couple of guys ask us, are there any projects going on? Yeah, there's always something. There's always something needs doing, or something's bit dodgy and we need to sort of do something to it, always fixing things. And then there's enough paint left over, hey, maybe we can do that other door. This is what happens, you see. One thing leads to another. So inside that door there, that one that's being painted now, is where that workshop is. And that's that job. We're videoing it for you, so you will get to see it before and after and everything. But it's not a spectacular job. It's just something that's getting done. Most of the stuff that happens is the old farmhouse is maintenance. The structure of the place is solid, but the place is old, so there's always something that's a bit dodgy. And then trying to stay on top of it. This job here didn't need to be done, obviously, but if we stay on top of it like this, it stops it getting out of hand. And it wasn't a big job, as you can see, it didn't take long. That whole thing took 3 minutes and 47 seconds. If only it did. What we could achieve if everything happened at this speed for real. So yeah, just a bit of tape there. There's a frame goes around that metal door that we didn't want to get paint on, so taped it up. So this is just sort of to show you, this is what goes on. Those two guys that are interested in the old skilled labourer, unskilled labourer work, this is what most of it is, stuff like this. Typical Japanese door there, by the way, guys, it's 180 centimetres, 6 foot. So when a person's 189 centimetres, it meets them right in the forehead. Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.